What up, 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 what up. That's not a way to start a video, that's for damn sure, but I don't know where I'm going to go with this one. This was a deviation. I had to stop doing what I was doing and do this because this was pertinent to my Tintan Babyboy, his birthday. So the idea is, what you're looking at is one of those head cutout things, all right? And that thing on the left side is my little sketch that I made with a pen, my idea, because his birthday was pirate-themed. And it seems that it's the norm that I'm going to get sidetracked every April to do something specific for my kid's birthday. Let's see. This year, it was one of those head cutout things, and what you're looking at is a 9,000 by 9,000 pixel image. That's a nice reference. Did I use that? I guess I just needed to know what does a pirate... What the fuck is that noise? Hold on. Okay, cool. I was about to, like, ruin my, my recording because one of the channels started hissing. Luckily, it's not this, my mic channel, so... Anyway, that threw me off. That sufficiently threw me off. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm doing real-world measurements for the head sizes. I reckoned on my own terms that, let's see, like a 9-inch by 7-inch ovoid shape was good enough for a head because I'd already tested it. The idea, of course, is like a little captain ship, completely different from my normal. That's why I kind of like get sidetracked, and I kind of like these are good for my kid for when he's older, but for right now, like when I do these, I just feel so awkward. Speaking of awkward, you'll notice that I have a microphone in my video up there. For the first 2 hours, this is a new little trick that I'm trying. For the first 2 hours, I have recorded in real time. I'm going to be putting up as a secret video for Patreon for the nobodies, the nobody that is, privy to such things. No, I'm just trying to like think of new, fresh things that I could do to actually, let's see, promote it without feeling, what's the word? Shame? Like something to be proud of, which is completely counterintuitive to what I was just saying, because this could be one of the most embarrassing things. One of the most embarrassing things that I've put on the internet. Anyway, so back to the picture. I did something different. I always use this program. Sometimes people ask me, strangers ask me what I use. It's called ArtRage. This is ArtRage 4.5, and it emulates like real mediums, but I don't really use those. But in this case, I thought, well, I'm going to use like one of the I thought I was going to use like kind of a crayon brush kind of thing, but it didn't look as good as the, what is this? The oil brush, because it gives all the grain and the texture of the strokes in the directions and stuff. And like I said, the actual size of this picture is 9,000 by 9,000 because I wanted it to be 5 feet by 5 feet. And because my idea was, I was told by my wife, can you make a little head pop out thing, cutout thing, and just it doesn't have to be like she thought didn't have to be anything more than like very, very rudimentary thing. Like she showed me some samples and it was just like almost stick figures. And I had this idea. I said, you know what? Can I just like draw it on the computer and then I'm going to try to tile print it. And that's what I did. Everything worked out, but the actual pictures are I pasted. What the hell am I talking about? Taped. I taped the seams together, so there was a lot of like glare, but it worked out. It was actually pretty interesting when I was at my kid's party and I looked over across the way and I saw people sticking their heads out and taking pictures with it and smiling. It was actually a pretty good feeling. It was like, you see this right here? That is how big it is. That's how big this file was. Every time that I'd hit save, it would take probably a good 5 minutes. And it would look like it froze up. I just had to be patient. Um, yeah, this took about 5 hours to do. I thought it was going to take no more than like a couple hours, but of course I had to, play around with detail and stuff. Like I said, this isn't my normal style. Which is why I don't know if I want to like promote it heavily. I want to make a video for it because I did record myself doing this just like I do with everything else. And I am putting up a exclusive 2-hour real-time video where I embarrass the shit out of myself, opening my stupid mouth. Um, let's see. Yeah, the references that I looked for were very simple. I was like, I'll make a like a captainy guy, and then like a little galley plank guy. Galley. Why does that sound like it's a real term for like a little pirate guy, a little galley guy? I don't know. So I just went with this. Where I went with like kind of like pinstripe pants, white shirt with the sort of what's the like drawstring V-neck collar thing, and like red scarf. And then the pirate, I had to get, or the captainy guy, like frilly shirt, pirate hat. See, there's the detail of like the grain and stuff like that. And of course, that all came out when I printed 48 pages. It was like eight across, 6 high. And I had to, I was playing around with doing an outline like I do with other things, and I nixed the idea ultimately. Actually, as you could see, it didn't take long for me to do that. I thought maybe I'd put a little guy peeking out. It just didn't look good. This I didn't know if this was going to stick. I started playing around with the idea of like putting kind of like foamy, water spray as the thing, the ship is moving. And I ended up keeping it, which I'm pretty happy about. Let's see. What else? 9,000 by 9,000. Yeah, I went to one site that does block tile thing. It makes a PDF file, and to pay for it, it was like $5. Like there's size requirements. Like they have a free version, and then there's like a paid version. I thought, well, I'll pay $5 for it, whatever, because it's the only thing I knew about. And then I went to it, and it gave me a size limitation for the image. It was like 5 megabytes, and this thing was 12 as a JPEG. And I said, nah, 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 I'm not skimping out on the quality. It's bad enough that I'm going to try to seam this thing together. And the funny thing is, I found another popular site that does it for free, just takes donations. And what the hell happened? What happened? Oh, I still had things that weren't. That's like a real. I don't know why that just reminded me of some Pippi Longstocking shit. The shape of that hat. The hell was I gonna say though? The yeah, like it still, even though it took my image and it converted it to 48 pages with like overlap, so you can like line them up. So I'll take 3 points of like I'll have one page and one of them with the overlap on top, and I'm flipping like a flip book, up down up down up down, to make sure that it's completely overlapped and on point with what the fuck am I trying? I've described this before and it worked out. What am I talking about? Like points of reference. I have 1 point of reference. Then on the another side of the paper, 1 point of reference, and I have a third point of reference. And I go, okay, so that's how I was lining shit up. But then there were a couple of pages where I'd have 1 point of reference lined up, 2 point of reference lined up, third one way off. So it almost like distorted my image still a little bit. So I had to do some some really creative lining up and stuff. I made sure that things that mattered lined up, like the sky and the water, I could figure that out. But like the wording, the sword, things like that, all that stuff, all the important stuff had to line up properly. that was my idea, was to have a little thing that said we had a blast, and just add a little cannon. It's not firing, but maybe it went kadoosh and the guy fell off, or maybe he's just a klutz. If you see the dots that I had for the black spots I have for the head, I actually it's not as big as the head. You could see a little pencil line that actually was the real thing. But I wanted to make sure that when I cut the holes out, that it would... Look how long this is taking. This is a fucking time lapse. Wow. Anyway, yeah, the more detail that I would put in too, like the further along that I got, the longer that it would take to save. So stupid. Maybe I'm just naive, and there was a better way to do it. But that's the end of the video. Damn, that went quick. Anyway, if you'd like to help legitimize my Patreon, it's right there on the screen. That would be much appreciated. If nothing else, please hit that subscribe button and just follow me for free. I would love it. I would love you for it, and thank you for watching. Bye.